Or I'll just be doing any basic activity and I will really be feeling like, not to say I'm feeling like I'm not real, but I feel like um I feel like somebody is playing The Sims and I'm their sim and they are like doing those torture challenges. You know what I mean? I've done it too. But then when you're in this mental state where you really start seeing things, and you know everybody's not gonna see life like this because that's just not how things work. But when you have the displeasure of experiencing these things in life that make no sense, you can't find the origin to how, when you've gone through every scenario as to why this stuff keeps happening to you. I've gone down every rabbit hole. You don't believe me? This has been my number one fixation my entire life. Since I had the capacity to think about big things, which was like 10 years old, has been trying to figure out why I feel so alien, so out of place. Like, bro, you need to be careful what you say to people. You know, I should say, people need to be careful about what they say to children, what you say to your kids. And I don't even think this is because my parents used to joke about this. Like, they used to be like, we gotta tell you something. Like, you're not really our daughter. You're not really our daughter. Like, you're adopted. And look, I'm sorry, but there is no world, there's no universe where that is funny to me. Call me insensitive, say I can't take a joke. There are so many things that people have tried to convince me is just a joke. And when you're so, like, at your core, you know who you are, what you believe, like, it's so strong, like, and tight. And you have people around you your whole life trying to convince you otherwise of all this stuff, trying to convince you that you can't take a joke, that you're too serious. You you look into stuff in a weird way. That's hard because I'm thinking about me being a mama, and I'm just trying to, I put myself in the shoes of a parent who would say that and think that was a joke. And I can't see anything aside from like evil, maliciousness, Satan, I don't know what it is. Like, I can't see any world where if you're doing right, like if you actually care about your child, I don't understand why you would joke about that. I don't understand. And there is no argument on this planet that could make me think that that was okay. But anyway, aside from that, aside from like growing up hearing that kind of stuff, okay, now that I've had some kind of mental, I don't even want to call it a mental break. I don't want to call it a psychotic break, psychotic episode. I don't want to call it nothing because I have solid proof that this is going on. Now that my brain has like started piecing together all the stuff that's been going on, and I'm realizing it's not random. It's like, you know what? I never did feel a connection to YouTube. Like, I never did feel a connection to my parents. I never did feel like they loved me. I never did feel like they cared. I never felt I never felt like a daughter. So at the end of the day, how how does your child end up feeling like that and you didn't do anything to cause it? From birth to literally be sitting here as an adult and say, I can confidently say that if somebody, I don't, it could be a total stranger. If they came up to me talking about, Shane, you were dropped off by a stork. Like, this is not your family. I will 100% believe it. And that's crazy because it's like, what? There's pictures of my mom pregnant with me. There's pictures of me as a baby. My baby blanket is right up there. The memory book, all kinds of pictures of me in this house with my family. I'm just like, but why? Why do I feel it's not? This is not how you're supposed to feel for your family. Like, there was never a connection made with my family for me. So, no member. I have three siblings, countless aunts. I feel no real connection to any of them. How does a child end up like that unless she gets isolated? Unless she's just completely isolated. Or something gets done to her where she stops seeing people as like, I don't know, she just stops seeing people as having anything inside, because at this point when I'm exploding, when I'm exploding, it's just like people just all look evil to me. In my head, I can take every single thing they've done and said. I can point out you know, the innocuous stuff starts being little jabs and little slights because I'm used to it. Okay, I've grown up with this. The whole listening to people talking behind your back. So yeah, I know what people are capable of. And my logic is if the people closest to you are capable of doing that, everybody is, right? Because there's supposed to be some kind of delineation between like your kin is not supposed to do certain stuff and say certain stuff to you. There's supposed to be some kind of line between your family and strangers. There's supposed to be some kind of like loyalty line. I'm telling you. That's how I see things, and nobody is gonna ever be able to tell me that that's not true. People can come up with their little BS. Family is not blood. Is what is the it's the people who care about who. Blah, blah. There's levels. And I'll tell you one thing I don't want to do right now is talk on the phone. Because I'm so tired of talking on the phone recently. Oh my gosh. I've never liked talking on the phone, but yeah, I just believe like any normal person, there's things that you're not supposed to do to other people if you care about them. And these things keep getting done to me. So I'm looking around like, what is really going on? Because it happened so many times and it has not stopped. There has been no end to the way people have treated me. Nothing, nothing has mattered. Not the way I present myself physically, not the way I present myself behaviorally. Like, doesn't matter if I'm nice, doesn't matter if I'm mean. Doesn't matter if I isolate myself, I'm not even around people. I don't even have anybody around me to do anything to me. Then strangers will take that place and start doing weird stuff. It doesn't matter. Like, so just it doesn't matter if it's a friendship or a romantic relationship. It doesn't matter if it's at work. It doesn't matter if it's customers. It doesn't matter what it is. I just cannot escape this. And so I had to start thinking, okay, well, what's wrong with me then? Because something is like something, there's some kind of energy that's being given off by me. Where did it come from? You know, where did it come from? Did it come from childhood? Is it CPTSD? Is it just how I am that people don't like? Is this a personality flaw? Is this neurological? Am I giving off some kind of threat response because of my genetics? Like, I have gone through every thought process, mental shift, everything you could possibly think of, and all I have realized is that, okay, the mental shift doesn't stop people from treating you any kind of way. It just stops you from perceiving it correctly. You'll twist it and be like, say some stuff like, "Oh, don't take it personal." When are you supposed to start taking stuff personal? You're supposed to just keep ignoring stuff that keeps happening to you in a cycle. Just keep going through the cycle and pretend you have nothing to do with it. I don't know. I'm frustrated. This year has been, it's like punching me. It's like punching me in the face. Just like disfiguring me. But still, everybody around me is fine. They're perfectly calm. That's where I'm like, what is going on? I still don't know what's going on. I don't know.